so we can go to university as well.
And are you a university student?
Yes, I'm a university student.
What are you hearing? What are you studying at university?
I study electric and electronical engineering.
Wow. That's not common for ladies, for girls, but it's very interesting.
Yeah, actually we have girls, like 6 girls within 50 boys. But I mean, it's quite fun. I think it's just prejudice. Women can do as well as men can. And we show it in the class. We have really good high marks.
I know, yes.
Okay. And how many years do you have to study to be an engineer there?
Hello.
Here at my own university, it's 4+1. 1 year of English education and 4 years of engineering.
Hello.
Okay.
How
So
are
English
you?
is important for you then. I'm sorry, Maria.
No, it's okay.
Can you repeat?
English is very important for you as a nation then, because
Yes.
the whole year of English education in English. And do you study English in the primary and secondary schools as well?
Please stop.
Yes, actually here starts from
We are going to
at
start
third
now.
grade, I think, or fourth. But it's not enough because, at school you learn grammar and you study exams and then you forget about it because I learned German for 3 years.
Ahí está, hola. Hello.
I should have...
Hello.
How are you?
Hello, Celine.
Fine. I'm so happy to see you all.
Yes.
Yes.
Well, I could see that Diana was asking Elif a lot of questions.
I'm sorry.
And I wanted the meeting to start because I'm recording it. And so I like everybody to listen to your questions and your answers. Yes? There are still people getting in. So that's what I'm doing. First of all, Elif, thank you very much. Thank you very much for being here with us, for having accepting this invitation to interview you. And you have a lot of important things and interesting things to tell us, about your place, about your country, about yourself. Here some of them are my students, and some others are my colleagues, English teachers. And today, as you can see, there's, I don't know if you read the message I added there, because there are people from Fort Course, from the Teachers Training College, and today they won't be able to be present because they have an important examination in 2 hours, so they say they were not going to be here, okay? But they apologized for that. And there's another message from a girl from Nepal who is always sharing this meeting with us that won't be able to be present either. You have 2 messages there, okay? Well,
Okay.
So, yes, now we are ready. Liliana, you may start asking. Please, no, Liliana, repeat your question. Repeat your question so she can answer your question and everybody will be able to listen to her.
The biggest problem, Selena, is I can't remember what I asked.
Yes, I remember.
Do you remember?
Yes, okay. I do.
Great.
You asked me when we start our English learning. We start we start when we are 10, but I started a little bit earlier because I went to private school when I was at primary school. So it was earlier than other people for me, but it's generally at 10 age.
Right. I think I also asked you about the lockdown in Turkey, how serious the lockdown was, and the quarantine, the lockdown connected with the COVID-19, and then perhaps you could repeat the answer.
They have, I couldn't get the question because of the connection, but I think you're asking if it's face-to-face or online, right?
I asked if the circulation of people is restricted, if you have to be isolated from each other because of the COVID-19.
No, we we are just advised to stay away from each other, but it's not really possible because Istanbul is really, really, really crowded, like crazy crowded. So we just say, no, don't hug me. It's hard for us because it's a Mediterranean country. We love hugging each other, kissing each other. We just stop doing it. Like I can say we don't do it, but we're still together. Like in public transportations, in the streets, we go out. It's not like we have COVID here. We just wear masks and keep on doing everything as usual.
And are you compelled to wear the masks?
Yes. And do you know, fine is really, really expensive, like half of the minimum wage. People wear a mask.
Okay.
Okay. Yes, in some way what we wanted to know is how you were managing with this pandemic situation over there, because we are always interested in learning about how it is being faced in some other countries, yes? Well, okay, so who would like to start asking Elif something?
Maybe I
Yes.
could ask her something.
Joaquin, yes, do it.
All right. Hello, nice to meet you.
Hello.
I wanted to ask you something about your city. About if we would go there, where should we go? Like place for to visit?
Depends on your purpose. Do you want to have a nice holiday, or do you want to see historical places? Or do you want to go ski?
Oh, that
What do you
would be
expect
nice.
from Turkey? Like you have all the options.
Oh, that's great.
Yeah,
But I think
there are
you
lots
should-
of places to visit there. There are
Yeah,
lots of
you should
places to visit.
Istanbul. Istanbul is must. And you can visit Izmir. Izmir is a nice city and they have a nice cuisine. I kind of like there. And you can visit Antalya, Marmaris if you want to go swimming. You can go Erzurum or Erciyes for ski. Yeah, we have.
Then you have the mosques, Santa Sofia and La Mezquita Azul, and they are very interested to visit.
Yeah.
Yes.
Yes,
and-
I love them.
Yes, and you have a lot of palaces also.
Yes.
Yes, we visited some of them when we were there. It was very interesting. Yes.
Yes, I visited, but I was like really young when I visited most of them. So I don't have like real good photos because I didn't even have photo in maybe while visiting some of them. So
Yeah.
you asked me photos, but I was asking my friends like, do you have photos from most? They're like, no, we don't have. I am so sorry about that.
Yeah, you even can go along the Bosphorus.
Bosphorus.
Yes.
Yes, and then you can see both sides of the city.
Yes,
I
yes,
think
it's
I
beautiful.
think it is important to mention that this is, I don't know if it is the only one, but it is at least the only one I know, the only city that belongs to two different continents. One part
Yes,
is in
yes,
Asia,
I
and the other
think
part is
so.
in Europe. That's
Yes.
very interesting. Yes.
And
good.
in what side of the city do you live?
I live in the European side.
Okay, right. Does it give you certain advantages over the people who live on the Asian side? I mean, do you have
Advantage depends on your situation again. For example, my university is in that side, so for me, that side is the best. But if you work on the other side, of course, it's not reasonable to stay here. And I think the European side is more expensive than Asian side.
Mhm.
Asian side, you can rent a good house with a good view, but here we pay really good money for just an old house.
Right.
Okay.
And what is the currency that you use in one side or the other? Do you use the same currency, the same kind of?
Yes, it's same country, so
Okay.
same.
And what currency do you use? The euros? Do you use euros?
No,
No.
Turkish lira.
Okay. Right.
Yes.
We really want to use euro because exchange rate here is crazy, but they don't want us in European Union.
Well, okay. Now, who else? Yes. Come on, Matthias. Matthias. Hello, Matthias.
Hello, nice to meet you.
Hi, nice to meet you too.
What do you like the most about your culture? The
My
Turkey
culture? I think we are so warm-blooded people and really helpful. So that's what I like most. I mean, I can comfortably ask help from people in the street, people I don't know. And they help you mostly. I mean, in Istanbul, it's a little bit more complicated, but in general, people are like, they're eager to help you.
Okay. All right. Yes. Marina.
Hi, Elif. Nice to meet you. I would like to know because you mentioned something about the cuisine. I mean, the food there,
Mhm.
I think. And I would like to know which one is your favorite.
My food.
Yes, in your culture.
I love sarma the most. Maybe if you have ever tried Greek food, they call it dolma as well. We have common, but it would be my favorite one. This is rice stuffed in grape leaves.
Stuffed with?
Stuffed inside of grape leaves.
Oh yeah, my favorite.
Okay.
My favorite.
Okay.
Yes.
All
Oh,
right.
I love.
Yeah.
You know, my family is from Lebanon, and
Uh,
my family is from Lebanon, and I'm about to learn how to make those.
really? But then don't forget to side with yogurt.
Pardon?
You should side it with yogurt.
With yogurt. Yeah.
Uh-huh.
We call it laben, or there's something a similar name. In my family, they call it laben.
Laben.
The yogurt, the Greek yogurt.
Uh-huh.
And as regards meat, Elif, as regards meat, what kind of meat do you have? Meat.
What?
Meat. Yes.
We just don't eat pork, but we eat all kinds of meat. And we prefer it in a different way of execution. We call it halal. It makes sure that the animals suffer the least, and you get rid of all the dirty blood in its body. So it's win-win for both sides.
Yes, because there are a lot of Muslims living in Istanbul, and they don't eat pork, for example.
Yes, and there are some restaurants cooking pork, but mostly we don't prefer.
Okay, all right. Yes, okay. Florencia, your question? Hello, Florencia.
Hello, nice to meet you. Can you tell us something about what you're studying?
I'm studying engineering.
Yes.
It's my third year. Yes, not very desirable study maybe because it's hard, but I enjoy it a lot, and I want to be really good engineer when I graduate. So, I mean, if you enjoy, it's okay, but I think it's a torture, not a study.
Elif, you were telling me that university haven't opened yet. They haven't started classes.
Yeah, we have started. I mean, since we have talked, well, it has started.
Ah, okay. All right. Very good. Thank you. Who else? Valentina? Valentina?
Yes.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice
I
to
would
meet
like to know maybe about your religion, and I don't know what is the like the most important,
you.
or what's the people like. I don't know. Maybe there are a lot of Muslims, or I don't know.
Yes,
Stuff like that.
95% here is Muslim. So it's, I mean, we can say it's a secular state, but it's a Muslim country.
Yes, right. Yes. You can see a lot of people, a lot of women wearing their burqas
Yeah,
and
hijab,
hijabs
burqa.
and yes, that sort of clothes. All right. Yes. Okay. Macarena, your question?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
My question is, what do you enjoy doing in your free time?
I don't generally have lots of free time during the university time, but I do fencing. This is my favorite activity, like my most favorite activity, and I like reading book. And not, I watch sometimes films, go for a walk, meet with my friends next to sea, especially. We love sea here. Like, we cannot live without sea, we say that.
Mm.
Yeah,
You know,
not really.
Elif, you know, there's a very famous soap operas in,
Yes.
whose name is Elif. And
Yeah,
yeah,
yeah, I heard about it.
it has been on for I don't know more than 3 years, and everybody
Really?
Yes.
is watching it because they want to know how it finishes and they want to know about
Finishes.
the end. And but it is famous here, and it is called Elif.
If
That's
the
why.
production is Turkish, I'm gonna say that it's gonna be sad ending. It ends always sad here. I don't know why, but if the production is Turkish, then it will end sad. I can say that. I didn't watch the show.
All right. Yes. Thank you. Adela.
Hi, nice to meet you, Elif.
Nice
I
to meet
wanted
you.
to ask you what's the part of your town you like the most, your city?
I love, actually, my favorite places are around my house because here is, I mean, it's interesting in Istanbul, green, peaceful, and central. So I can do nearly all activities I want, and at the same time, I am away from crowd and the whole traffic. So I like hanging around on my house, like Ataköy. I don't think you know because it's in
Yeah.
Istanbul, but I love it around here.
Yes. There's another thing that I don't know, Elif, that you have told me, and you told me before, is that you were living in Spain for 5 years.
No, 5 months.
Five
Yes, I
months,
lived in.
sorry, 5 months, yes. And then you moved to Istanbul, and then you have been living there for 3 years.
Yes, it's been 2.5 if we think about the Erasmus Spain.
Yeah, because Elif wants to learn Spanish, and so that's why
Yes,
she was living in Spain and trying to live Spanish. Yeah, she's very interested in cultural exchange, and that's why she was very enthusiastic about meeting us and then asking each other these questions. Okay, thank you.
yes,
Yes,
for me it's really interesting as well.
yes. Tatiana?
Hello, Elif. Nice to meet
Hi,
you.
nice to meet you too.
I would like to know if you have in your country some drink or food typical. Like here we have mate that you made with your friends and you have to be there.
She's talking about an infusion we have here called mate, which we share when we meet. Yeah, no, can you say, look at Gloria? Gloria is showing you. That
It's
is
green
mate.
tea, right?
That is mate. Gloria, can you explain mate to her? We cannot hear you, Gloria.
Okay, it is yes, it is a bit difficult for for foreigners. That they always think that yes, it is like something very strange. It is in this in this container that we call a mate. Yes, we put some herbs, which is some herbs. They are called yerba. Yes, it is special for that.
It is not
Yes,
drug.
and as you see, we have yes, this straw, and then we pour yes, hot water here, yes, and we drink it. Nowadays, because of lockdown, we have our own, we drink it alone because to avoid, of course, infections. But in normal times, this, I take one, yes, and the same I give to others and to others. And I think that this custom, yes, sounds very, yes, awkward to foreigners. They say, how can you share this? For
Yes.
Okay. Yes.
Yes.
And besides the taste,
It's a way of
yes, well,
socializing. Yes.
yes, if you have the opportunity to taste it, the first impression is not very nice. Yes, because it is bitter. Yes. Okay. Well, cheers. I'm going to have a match.
Yes, you say,
I think I tried it.
Huh?
I think I tried it because there was a festival at my university, and we had foreigner students, and they were sharing their foods and drinks, and I think I tasted that one. And it was good, but I don't like sugar inside of my coffee.
No.
Yes, but
This is without sugar, no sugar, no sugar.
But there are people who have it, who sweeten it and put coffee, and you have the bitter one, and you have the sweet one, the sweet mate. Anyway, it is the same mate we share.
Say something about the mate. I read some time ago. I read that in Turkey they were importing the vessels made of pumpkin and the sherba and the straw, the metal straw, because they were kind of acquiring the habit of having mate. I don't know, you see, this is something that you read, but it's not, sometimes it's not always true. I don't know whether it was Turkey or Syria now that I think of it, but they say there was some, kind of a movement of acquisition of the mate. It tastes like green tea without sugar at the beginning. I think it's about the same.
Here, mate tea is popular actually. We drink mate tea. You can go up and find mate tea easily. I think.
The thing is that when I read it, they said that they didn't share the same as we used to. Now we don't share the same straw and the same vessel. We don't share it because of, Gloria said, it is, you can get infected from somebody who's in the round drinking with you. But it's nice when you study, when you want to stay awake. Instead of having a lot of coffee, then you have a mate, and then it wakens you up.
No, apart from that, it's a way of socializing as well, because when you invite friends to your house, the first thing you do is just offer one mate, and then everybody shares the same mate, and then you talk, and you can be having mate for a long time, and it's great. It's a good company to everybody.
Well, we don't drink from the same cup, but here we have Turkish coffee, which is really important for us. We say if you drink it together, then it has memory for 40 years.
Okay.
I mean, we don't share the same thing, but we have this company thing with Turkish coffee. It's like really good. You go out with your friend or inside of the house, let's drink a Turkish coffee, So it's just an excuse for your little chit chat.
Do many people read the coffee, what is left? I don't know what it's called, what is left after the coffee. because some people read it and they can tell your fortune from reading.
It's famous.
From reading.
It's famous and it's a really big ritual actually. And people pay money for it sometimes. There are some professional people. I mean, I never did. I mean, I am engineering student. I cannot believe that a coffee cup can tell my future. But yes, people do it.
Okay. All right. Manuela. Manuela, are you there?
Yes. Hello. Nice to meet you, Elif.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yes, I wanted to know here in Argentina, when we go out with our friends, we go to the pubs or before to go to the disco. So I would like to know which place visit or like when you want to go out with your friends.
At night or during the daytime?
No, at night maybe. At night.
At night, in Istanbul, I never go. I never did because I don't know, here it's too big and crowded. But
And
I believe you
dangerous?
can go.
Is it dangerous? Is it considered dangerous city?
It depends on the place you go. What I'm gonna advise you is never go somewhere cheap if you're gonna go out at night. That's the thing, and I think you can go to Beşiktaş, Kadıköy, Karaköy, and it won't cause a problem because people go there for the same purpose, and you will be fine. But just don't go to like cheap places. I mean, spend maybe a little bit more, but make sure that you are safe. And don't accept help offers or drink offers from people you don't know, of course. Because I heard it from a guy. He was Korean, and here nearly he got robbed because he accepted some other people's drink offer. But I said inside, like in Istanbul, you really did that. But outside, I was like, I am really sorry for your experience. But you know, you should be aware. Just in case.
Okay. Estela. Estela. Yes.
Yes. Hello, Elif. Nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
I was thinking about two questions. First, what language do you speak at university? You always speak Turkish, or you have to speak a different language, English, for example?
My university's teaching medium is in English. So, and we have some foreign professors, and they don't speak Turkish all the time, and they teach us in English, so we communicate in English. But between friends, we don't speak in English. But we have lots of foreign students, again, just a few Turkish in our class, so again, we need English.
Right.
Yeah. And another question was, do Turkey import any Argentinian goods or products that you know? Have you heard about that? Because I know as, I don't remember, one of the teachers was thinking about the yerba mate, for example. I know Syria imports lots of yerba mate. It's one of the countries that imports most. But have you ever heard about any products from Argentina that Turkey imports?
To be honest, I don't know.
No,
I don't know. I'm pretty sure we buy things from Argentina because we love buying from other countries. I mean, it's a Mediterranean country and we buy vegetables from other countries. I'm 100% sure that we do it, but I don't know. I didn't come across maybe.
Okay.
Right.
All right. Maria Jose.
Well, I just wanted to know about the calls for the call to pray. I don't know if everybody is compelled to do that, because I know that these calls happen 5 times a day. And do you practice? Do you go there? Are you compelled to go there? Tell me something about that.
I mean, this is an Islamic rule. If you pray, I mean, you have to pray, but there is no law or like state regulation about it because it's a secular country. If you want to go to church, you go to a church, or if you don't want to believe in anything, you just don't believe. And to be able to practice it, you don't have to go to mosque. I practice personally, but I do it at home most of the times because, you know, this virus and everything, I feel like, because lots of people come and go. But if I'm out, of course I use. But I mean, it's not a state regulation or something. If you want to do it, if you're willing to do it, you just do it.
Okay.
Okay, yes, you're
Okay,
completely
thank you.
free.
Thank you.
It's okay. All right. Sophia, are you there? Sophia.
Yes, hello.
Hello, Sophia.
Hi.
How are you?
Hello, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
Yes, Sophia.
I'd like to know about, for example, national festivals or events that you have in your country in general.
We're talking about national days.
Yes.
We have, and they are really, really, really important for us. And before the virus, we used to celebrate it in the stadiums, streets, and everywhere is full of Turkish flags, and lots of soldiers with uniforms to show off, you know. But because of the virus, we have to sit at home, but people still celebrate it. From window to window, we sang songs, and we still donated, we still put Turkish flags to everywhere, like, hey, this is our national day. So yes, we have, and they are really important for us.
Okay. All right. Thank you. Yes. Zoe? Yes, do you have a question for Elif? We cannot hear you, Zoe. We cannot hear you.
Hi.
Hi.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Nice to meet you too.
It's not a very important question, but in your city, in your country, the kids, what game they play? Like, here we have hide and seek, mancha, tatepi, uno, but you have your own games, or it's like here?
And of course, we have names in Turkish. And people, I mean, kids don't play as much as they do in the past because there's all this modernization and people cannot trust each other, blah, blah. But my siblings are lucky because we have garden and they have, I mean, we share it with other people, of course, so they have friends and they can go out and play with them. But other than most kids stay at home and play with their technological devices.
Okay. Can you tell us about your family, Elif?
Yes, I have 2 brothers and 1 sister. One of my brothers is 6 years old. The other one, today is his birthday, and he is 19. And I have a sister. She's 10 years old.
So you don't have any nephews or nieces?
I have.
Yeah?
I have many. No, I don't have. I am sorry. I could confuse. They are too sorry. Thanks to God, we don't have. I don't have.
They are very young.
Yes, they're too young.
Okay. Do they all live in Istanbul?
Yes, my brother used to study in United States, but he came back because of this coronavirus, and now he's applying universities in United States because he wants to go back. So we are in the same household.
Yes,
You
unfortunately.
don't sound very happy.
Yes. When I'm away from the house, I am really happy, actually.
And what do your parents do, Elif?
My mom and dad, they are both doctors.
They're both?
Both?
Doctors.
I cannot get that.
Doctors.
Sorry?
They are doctors.
Doctors. They're doctors.
Doctors. Ah, they are doctors.
Doctors.
Okay. All right.
Is your university course expensive, or
Yes.
can everybody afford to go to university, or are there private and state universities where most people can go without paying, or is just an education that is restricted to a certain kind of people?
Here we have here university education is for free if you go to state university. You pay nothing. But if you go to private university and you have no scholarship, of course you pay for it, and I don't think it's cheap. So people might go to like European countries to study sometimes. But for example, I go to private university, but I have scholarship and I pay nothing.
And it must be because you have very good grades, don't you?
Yes, I need to finish it in a limited time, and I don't have to be like the best student in the class, but of course I should be able to pass my lessons in classes. It's not that complicated.
Okay. Joaquin Rodriguez, are you there?
Yes. Hello, Elif. Nice to meet you.
Okay.
Hi, nice to meet you.
Yeah. He looks like a cat, but he's not a cat.
Sorry, I don't have a camera on my computer. My question is, it is common to see people from different countries in Istanbul, considering the lot of history that Istanbul has, or
Yes.
it is more populated by Turkish people.
Actually, it is. And there are lots of people from abroad, and we have lots of cultural division inside of the country. So yes, for example, one of my closest friends here is a girl, and she's Syrian Orthodox, different ethnicity, and they have a culture, they have a language, they have their religious understandings, but I mean, in Istanbul, it's just another color in the rainbow. So, yeah, you can, and it's beautiful, and I love it.
Yeah, it is a really nice place to go because of all the cultures that it has.
Yes, you can, I mean, you can see lots of people, meet lots of people, and learn lots of things from them. It's amazing.
Yes, it's true. Okay. Pia, are you there? Pia?
Hello.
Hello, Pia.
Hi.
Nice to meet you. Well, my question is, do you know about your country flag?
Sorry, I couldn't understand the question.
No.
I want to know about your country flag.
Country?
Flag.
Yeah.
The flag. Yes, it's red, and there is a star and moon on it.
Yes.
And they are.
Yes, a half moon and star. Yeah.
Yes, it has a story during our independence war. I don't know if it's true or not. Atatürk saw blood on the floor, and there was star and that moon at the same time, and it was reflected on it. So it became our flag. But that moon, as far as I know, is something Islamic at the same time. It's not totally about that story. So blood is kind of important color for Turkish people. It's color of blood. So, for example, here are brides wear a dress made of red color. I mean, we have two dresses, and one of them is generally red. It's important. It tells us heroic things and independency. Sorry, yes.
Yeah. Okay.
So it's the story.
Yes.
Sorry, yeah, I wanted to add I read, I don't know if it is true, but the blood moon is like a really, it is an important symbol.
What? Blood?
Blood moon. When the moon turns like red, the
Uh-huh.
famous blood moon has an important meaning.
Hmm. Actually, I don't know about it. Maybe it is, but I haven't heard about it. But this moon on our flag is it's yes important.
Okay, all right. Florencia, I don't know if you asked Elif. Florencia.
Me?
Yes.
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 I already
Okay.
asked.
You know, because the idea here, Elif, is that everybody can participate. Yes. So to
Yes.
offer everybody a possibility of participating. That's the point. That's why I'm calling them different students. Okay. So now you are completely free to ask her any question. Yes, I think everybody has had the chance.
I'd like to ask her a new question.
Yes.
May I?
Yes, of course.
Elif, have you ever been to one of Tarkan's live concerts in Istanbul?
No, I haven't. Because his concerts are really crowded. They even sell tickets for the stairs. I mean, not even for seats, and they are really expensive. And to be honest, I'm not really big fan of him, so I haven't been.
Okay.
Yeah,
Yes.
thanks.
Yes. Any other question? I don't know, whoever. Gloria? Gloria, your mic.
I was muted. Yes, I'm going to ask you something very, I don't know. I was thinking if your name has got a meaning, Elif.
Yes, it has a meaning. Here, our names generally have like meanings because we believe it's effectful on our character. So parents are like really picky about it. It means it's actually first letter of Arabic alphabet, but it means starting something new, and it means being honest, friendly, and at the same time strong.
Okay, good. Yes. So yes, it's as they put a lot of their expectations in you. Yes, if they give you that name. Yes, it's very nice. Yes, very nice. Okay, thank you.
Okay. And Elif, do you know anything about Argentina?
I know some about you have a food called empanada.
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 And you speak Spanish?
Yes.
Sorry for my ignorance.
Yes.
I don't know much.
Have you ever tried our empanadas? Have you ever tried?
No, I wanted to, but I wanted to do it in Spain. We have here as well, but I saw it there for the first time and I wanted to try, but my lovely university was so busy that I was just going to library and home, so I couldn't try, but I want to try it.
Okay.
We have tapas places here, maybe I can give it a try.
Okay, all right.
Elif, I read that there are a lot of people speaking Spanish in your countries. Is it true?
I heard it, and I am Erasmus mentor here, and I take care of Erasmus students, and we have a girl from, I think, Argentina again, and she said, when I speak English, people don't respond me as much as I speak Spanish. And I was like, yes, it's interesting because I mean, English is the most spoken language, but yes, it's true. I heard it a lot.
Oh, okay. Thank you.
And do you go on studying Spanish there in your place after you visited Spain?
Actually, before and during Spain, I did study. When I came back, I didn't do anything because there was a lockdown. Of course, it's an excuse, but I didn't give enough effort on this. So I speak so bad. Like if I don't need to survive it, I can speak it. But in Spain, sometimes I needed to speak Spanish to survive because I didn't have any other choice. So it was good for me.
And what was it difficult for you to learn Spanish? Yes.
Actually, it wasn't that hard for me, but it was hard because people's accent. I was at Andalusia, and I was like, "What do you even speak?" Because they have different accents, and it was hard because of the lessons. I was staying at university sometimes more than 12 hours, so I was always like concentrated on some lesson or some mail that I have to send. So that made it difficult. Actually, it's enjoyable, I think.
But it is important when you are surrounded by people speaking that language all the time. I mean, it is, you learn it unconsciously, you pick it up.
Yes, and they don't speak English. Even if they assume they speak English, no. I mean, they speak Spanglish.
Yes.
And I thought I could do the same, so I was like mixing Spanish, English, and my gestures. So I was able to speak with them, communicate with them.
Okay. Yes. Any other question from you? Yes, Liliana.
Well, I'm very interested in the food, As I said, my father was Lebanese, and so I think we share a lot. And I was wondering what you eat every day, because most of the food that my grandmother used to make and my mom take a long time to make. And when I see photographs of people in Lebanon, when they have a lot of different dishes with different kind of foods, so it's not only one main course, but a lot of other garnishing. And what do you eat every day? Let's say, what do people who live in a rush eat every day?
That's very important to mention.
Of course, we don't eat like that every day. It's like your special day meal. When you go out, or if you have guests, of especially, you cook that much. But normally we eat like vegetable and sided with rice sometimes, and or potted meat. I mean, easy, quick things.
Okay, right. Well, what a relief to know that because I thought I can't make, the leaves thing. Because it's taken me 40 years and I still haven't learned. And I was wondering if you made that kind of things, that kind of, I mean, very often. Okay, so.
Not really open for my kids because my mom works, so she doesn't have like hours to cook. Of course, I mean she has assistants, but I mean it's mainly on him because we don't like other people's food. We love her food. So we generally eat delicious. We can say healthy and easy, quick things.
Right. More continental rather than more like Occidental dishes or cuisine rather than Oriental cuisine, let's say. You eat maybe salads and some meat and vegetables in different ways. Okay. Well, thank you.
Well, okay. Any other question you'd like to?
I want to ask.
Yes. Who's that? Who's that?
Me, Florencia.
Who? Florencia.
Florencia.
Flor. Yes.
Elif, do you have any particular hobby? For example, we listen too much music. What do you do?
I do painting.
Painting, yes. That's what she mentioned.
It's my hobby.
Yes. Okay. Yes. I don't know. Gloria is saying something, but we cannot hear her. Gloria, your your microphone is.
Love it, love it. I love it. Yes, like yes, something. I find it very, very interesting. Yes.
Yes.
Yes, it's really enjoyable at the same time.
Yes.
All right. Yes. Okay. Any other question from you? Yes. Who's there? No? Who?
Me. I have a question.
Pia.
Pia.
Yes.
Elif, I don't know if you know that here in Argentina, the Turkish novels are very famous here. Well, in my case, my family are so fanatics to the novels. For example, what do you think about that?
About novels?
Soap
Yes.
operas would be. Not novels, but soap operas. That is what she means.
Soap operas.
Yes, in general.
I
You know,
there
are a lot of here in Argentina. Yeah, they are airing a lot of Turkish soap operas. I can mention them one by one because my mom watches all of them. Yeah, but there are a lot. They can all of them here can tell you. Yeah, you know, and here people love Turkish soap operas. They love them.
I mean, it's nice to hear, at the same time interesting for me, because whenever I watch YouTube videos about them, like part of a soap opera, I always see a Spanish comment, and sometimes there is no Turkish comment. It's all Spanish. It's lovely that we interchange cultures. But I mean, they're not totally true, of course. Like there is a movie called Forbidden Love. I don't know if it's popular there. I mean, we don't live like that. Exaggeration and acting, lots of other things, they are fictional. So you better know that because they can go crazy sometimes.
Okay. Have you ever met?
What time is it?
Have you ever met
I'm
any
sorry.
of the?
What time is it?
Liliana, no, I was going to ask you if you have ever met any actor or actress or.
Yes, in Istanbul, I come across with them. Especially there are some areas where they hang out. If you go to that particular places, you come across with them, but I didn't go and meet with them like, hey, I'm one of your fans. Can I get your photo? But no, I never did that because I kind of find it weird because there are people, they want to go out, eat something, and spend time with their family, friends, and
yeah, exactly.
just some stranger pops up and they say, hey, I'm your fan. I find it kind of irritating for them, so
we understand.
Stare at them and,
okay, yes, Liliana, sorry. Yes.
No problem. What time is it there now, Elif? What time is in Turkey now?
It's 9 nearly.
Okay.
Yeah.
Oh,
So
Nearly nine.
6 hours.
Yes. Yes.
Difference.
Yes, yes, yes.
Okay.
That is what I always take into account when I organize
Yes.
the meeting. Yes, the timetable, and
Yes,
that's why I
it's
asked
perfect
her in
hour for me.
advance. I asked Elif in advance if she was going to be available at this time, if it was convenient for her, because that is one of the most important thing when doing this sort of meetings. I mean, that the interviewee herself or himself feels comfortable and to do it at a certain time that is not inconvenient for them. And that is what I always do. I ask them in advance if they can do it at that time and they are going to be free. Yes?
Thank you so much. It's like perfect timing for me because I came back from university and had some snacks, so I was like, oh, yes, I'm ready right now.
Yeah, exactly. Okay.
Okay.
All right.
Okay.
Yes.
Thank you for sharing your time with us and your experiences with us. Elif.
No, it's my pleasure.
Well,
Thank you so much for
listen,
being
is
here.
there anybody else who would like to ask her any question before saying bye to Elif?
Me,
Who?
just one.
Okay.
Elif, do you have a social media account or something like Instagram for the paintings?
Okay.
For the painting?
Yeah,
Yeah,
to
you.
post the painting, your paintings, because some people have some pages, Facebook on Facebook, where they post
Yes.
their paintings.
Yes, where you post your works of art.
Yeah.
I mean, I am not an artist, so I don't have. I used to draw, but I'm not drawing anymore.
Yeah, but the point is, it seems as Joaquin would like to know if you have any, because he seems interested in seeing your painting.
Yeah, I can give, but I don't know how to. Should I write here?
Yes.
Yeah, I think.
Yes, you can
Okay.
write it here, so everybody will be able to see it. Elif.
Okay, I will write my Instagram account so you can follow me back.
Yes. All right. Do it.
Right.
Yes.
Okay.
Okay. All right. Well, Elif, it has been a pleasure to listen to you, to be with you, to ask you questions, to learn more about your country, about your culture, about your lifestyle, about your customs and everything regarding your life and your culture, especially. Yes, it has been a
Thank you
pleasure.
so much for
Thank
inviting
you
me.
very much for your time and for your being here with us, meeting us, and of course now we are at your disposal. If you want to learn anything about us, here we are. So thank you very much.
Yeah. I actually dream about having a Latin American tour, but I don't know if it's going to be possible in the near future. Like, do you see that COVID will be, I don't know, less effectful on our lives than I will be able to travel in Argentina, Colombia, Mexico, you know? I was just asking the situation so maybe I can visit soon as possible.
Okay.
Great.
We'll be waiting for you.
Yes, you will be welcome.
Yes.
Well, Elif, thank you very
Thank
much
you.
again. And meet you
Thank-
soon. Okay? And thank to all of you for being here and for sharing.
Thank you for the
your
invitation,
experience.
Joy.
Thank you for the invitation, Selina. Thank you, Elif. Thank you a lot. It was a pleasure
It was a pleasure.
to
It
listen
was
to
my
you.
pleasure.
Meet you soon then. Bye bye to everybody.
When we hope, bye
Thank
bye,
you.
bye bye.
Bye
Bye
Thank you
bye.
all.
Bye.
Bye.
Thank you.
Bye. Bye, everyone. Yeah. Bye bye. Maybe I don't know how to close it. If you close me.